Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're actually going to be analysing my team. So something I'm going to be doing weekly. So after I've done my trades, I'm going to go through and analyse what I've done, sort of where I'm at currently in terms of my rank and all that sort of stuff, just to give you a little bit of insight into my thinking into my own team. Hopefully that helps you guys out a little bit. So we're going to start with my rank. So currently I'm ranked 4,087th. With a total score of 1,724, so nothing too crash hot at the moment, but very normal at the start of the season. That year I did really well. I was actually, I think, sitting maybe 1,500 after the first couple of rounds, so nothing too alarming at the start. So just going to go down one by one, starting with our hooker. So Api Coruscant obviously sort of speaks for himself with his current average being 74 there. So someone who was lucky enough to move clubs and get that role that he's always after. So really good choice to start the team with there. Obviously a cut price being at 623 there after actually gaining a nice 130k in the first 2 weeks. So very easy start there. Obviously, our big captain there is Payne Haas. He also will speak for himself there. With not a amazing start, obviously a great first round, but second round was nothing amazing, especially when Taumalolo was getting the 70s that second round. But he's someone that we're not worried about. Liam Knight, on the other hand, was obviously a decision that most people had in their team for the first from the first round. And did well that first round with 45 points. Obviously gave him a little bit of a bump in his price, but those minutes played there is a little bit of a worry for me, especially in a team that's obviously fairly full of forwards, with Cam Murray moving around as well, and they're trying to work out that positioning in terms of what's going to be best for the Rabbitohs going forward. So Liam Knight's sort of in that position there, and I'm really not sure, if he can't keep that point a minute, sort of sitting around 45 points, then I think he's someone that we'll probably have to look to move on over the next few weeks. But we'll see later down the track in my team that there's a few things that need to be changed before Liam Knight. So so his missed tackles are obviously a little bit of a worry there. A little bit of attacking stats, which is good, but then the meters gained isn't enough, if I'm honest, at this stage, for a front row forward, sort of averaging 110 there. So he's someone that they're going to keep on the radar, but he'll still be a starter in my side for the next coming weeks, and we'll go from there. Moving on to our second row, so Paddy Carrigan, he's obviously had a really good start, someone that we all thought would get a great go, especially at that number 13 position. He's gone up 71k, which is great. But playing high minutes, which is awesome, and getting that 50 points, pretty much all from base stats there. So, 35 tackles a game with just a couple misses, and so high meters gain, which is awesome. Exactly what we're wanting from him. And he'll be staying there for a while. Big Davey Fafita. So he's obviously going to be missing what it looks like to be sort of 1 to 2 weeks, with his injury. And for someone that's already gained a lot in price, I feel like he's someone you want to be keeping. Obviously, that massive run in the first game was amazing. And to get 58 points in the second game without doing too much, he just had his normal 150 metres with his 26 tackles, and it's just those tackle breaks that is amazing for him. He could be someone if he's not getting a lot of ball, or they're defending a lot, he's someone that could score you 20 points in one run. So he's really someone that you're going to need in your team. He's only someone that's going to get better and better. So again, happy with him. I think, we'll analyse this team when I'm actually going to go do my trades, but I feel like, he's someone that you're going to have to keep in there at this time. So Corey Horsburgh, really awesome start for him. I'm really glad I started with him. I think there's a few people that after the first week, they rushed him into their team. A really good start with him. Really happy with his efforts. He's someone, again, one of those young fellas that's on the way up, which is great. Only thoughts with him is just the fact that we thought he was going to get a bit more of a start in that starting team. A little bit of a longer run in terms of Bateman being out. With Bateman getting a lot closer with this break, he's someone that we'll have to look at going forward and see if he's going to continue getting those minutes. So, but again, he's going to be great for the next few weeks there. All right, Nathan Cleary, the TikTok extraordinaire. Awesome start for him in terms of the season. So averaging 70 a game, which is awesome. Someone we thought he was going to take on a bit of an extra workload this year, and he has done that with stats all across the board. 570 kick meters in the first game at 28 points is beautiful. So, again, with Cleary's only going to be out that sort of 1 week with the suspension. So, again, someone will be looking to probably hold there. All right, my first speculation bet of the season. So, Ash Taylor obviously had an absolute shocker last year. Obviously, listening to and reading that interview he had in the preseason, talking about all the things that he's been dealing with, I really felt that he was going to come out and have a much better season. And watching that first game, and they're obviously that first half they looked terrible, and I think he was on about 5 points. So I was hating myself for a little bit there, but he was lucky enough to come back and pick up that 43 points. So again, only one goal in each, but he's able to get that tackle, that try assist. Really good thing there. He's getting those tackles. Obviously, plenty of misses, but thankfully in that second game he was actually able to kick a bit more. I was a bit worried in that first one, but again, with him goal kicking, everything involved, if he can improve from last season, I felt that he was really undervalued. He might be 100k or so undervalued, and someone that could average sort of in the low 40s, which I thought would be really great for my team at the start, not being able to have multiple guns in the team. So that was my speculation tip there for Ash Taylor, and he's actually been able to gain a little bit of price and score fairly well for me over those first 2 rounds. So someone to keep an eye on. The goal with him is to get him to a point where he's able to be upgraded to a gun. So currently at 528, the goal will be to get him over 600 to then be able to propel ourselves into these kind of players like Cleary who are over 800k. That's the one with Ash Taylor. Willie Army, again, one of those speculation ones. I was looking at his videos when he was playing overseas in England, and looked like he'd gotten a lot bigger and stronger than when he was last in the NRL. Didn't play that well when he was here before, but looked like he'd improved. And watching that first game was nothing too impressive. Thankfully, I didn't play him that week, but the second game I actually had to play him with a few of the trades I made, and he was lucky enough to jump on a loose ball and score a try there. But a lot more meters and a few tackle breaks, which was really helpful to go along with his 11 tackles, which was good. So again, he's just someone I'm hoping to make 100k out of, and then remove him after that, which will be the goal. So hopefully I'm not going to have to play in this round. We'll see how we go. So Katoni Staggs, what a player this man is. So again, someone that's on the rise, and I thought that would really improve this year, and especially with the goal of actually getting that centre spot full time, which he's been able to get, which is great. Obviously got a little bit of an injury that first game went off after 51 minutes, but you can cop 30 from a centre sometimes, obviously not being the best position. And in that second game, he's just so strong, that fend. If you get him one-on-one, he's just going to score the try. So with Broncos being a much better team this year than last year, I believe, I think he's going to be someone that you're going to have there at the end of the year in centre. So I thought he was someone that was good to start with at a nice price there of just under 500k when I got him. So here we go, the fullback. So Jerome Hughes, very interesting one for me again. As a pick, I just felt like he's finally going to be set in a position for the whole year. Was my biggest thoughts. And looking at him in the trials and obviously that first game as well, just saw that he looked so much more calm. Those couple of try assists he got out of Vunivalu on the right hand side there were awesome. And and just making 30 tackles with one miss. So if he's someone that people are going to run at a lot, then that's great. To then go along with the 270 kick meters, and he's someone that runs the ball, and Storm being such a dominant force in the league, I feel like he's someone who's going to be getting a lot of try assists. Might be the passes out the back to Pappenhausen, or him just working with Smithy on that right side. I feel like he's someone that's bit of a no-brainer, being able to switch between half and fullback as well. Someone that you've got that utility value in terms of your team, but he'll be someone that'll be able to average sort of that 45 mark is what I'm looking at, which is going to be great, especially for that wing fullback position. And then, as I said, you can use him up in halves as well going forward. So we'll go over to Pappenhausen as well. So someone that we all were really interested in having at the start of the season, and really hasn't had much to do in the first two games. Luckily being able to average sort of 35 there over the first two games, which is cool. And he wasn't as elusive as he was last year. Like, there was so many times that he could have got a few extra tackle breaks, but he only ended up with 3 and 4 in those first two games, which he looked so damaging and just didn't happen to score any tries or have any assists. So he's someone I think will be fine to get average over that 40, 45, 50 mark over the rest of the season, which is sweet. So next one, Caleb Aikens, was a bit of a speculator as well at the start. With him, I didn't really want to start with a real cheapy a cheapy wing or centre. So I decided to go for Aikens, given he had a bit of time at the fullback position to get some points, and obviously if he was someone that was to average sort of around that 30 mark, he'd be able to make a little bit of money, which he obviously hasn't scored that well, and he didn't look like he actually wanted to be as involved as I would have hoped at a fullback position. Wasn't someone that got a lot of meters, unfortunately, in that first game at 70, but came into his own a little bit better in the second game. But with Dylan Edwards coming back, he's someone that's going to be on the chopping block. Quick smart. So coming over to our bench was again one of my better picks at the start of the season was Luciano Leilua. Did really well. Again in that 80-minute role, he's someone that is really dangerous. Like his brother, being able to run the ball really well, really big body, can offload, and break a tackle, and it obviously knows how to find the try line, which is really cool. Obviously scoring 2 tries in those first couple of games. So he's someone that I'm not expecting to go over 50 every week, but over 40 would be great, with the opportunity to score the odd try or get the odd tackle break. Obviously, it was a bit of a mixed bag last game with a few extra tackle breaks, but a lot more missed tackles. So going to be a little bit more of that rocks and diamonds type of player, but someone I feel like is going to be really good for the team going forward. Toby Rudolph was a big one to start the year, in one of those mix of the forwards on the Sharks team that had earned his spot on the team. And what you can see from his points and his minutes there is at about a point a minute, which is awesome, and it's only something that I can see continuing going forward. So he's perfect. He's either got a big effort there in the meters and the tackles. As his minutes increase, his points per minute is staying exactly the same. So, which is really perfect, because if someone can average 35, he's going to make a lot of money for this team. All right, the big one, Elise Katoa, brought him in after the first round for obvious reasons, as most people know. He was able to get those minutes and those points with the opportunity to get more. And as we can see, the Warriors team's in a bit of strife right now, so there's plenty of opportunity for him over the next few months to get plenty of points. Those total meters gained is awesome. So great pick for us, and he's going to be in our team there. Blake Brayley, really happy with his efforts over the first 2 games, sort of averaging over 40, which is all we could really hope for. Definitely think he can just get most of his points by tackles, which he has. But to get that sneaky try assist last game was awesome. So again, someone that we're going to be keeping in there at that cheap price, a 453, someone that could gain sort of 150 to 200k really easy, and be able to move him up to a gun in the future. All right, coming down, Billy Walters. He's probably been hurt the most over this period. I know we knew that there was a chance that Harry Grant was going to be coming over from the Storm, but I was really happy with Billy over the first 2 games. It's just going to be really interesting to see what happens with Harry Grant. Being that Billy already made 87k, even if he doesn't score a lot over these next few games, if Harry does come into the team, maybe they split the role. Billy might, if he's a starter, he's probably going to play 50. If he's not, he'll probably play that sort of 30 mark, which again is not great. And he's probably, if he's in that secondary role, he's probably someone that we want to look to move on over the next month. But he does have that room to move in terms of his price change. So with that negative break even, he'll be someone that's going to be good for that, but probably not someone that we want to be playing in our starting team over the next few weeks. But we'll obviously find out a little bit more come team list on Tuesday. Jack Williams, probably the most disappointing player on this team. Someone who came into the season with a fair bit of hype, being able to play in the 13 jersey. First game got a lot of minutes and his points were okay at 37. It was really good that he made a lot of tackles, but obviously with a few of those demerits there with the missed tackles and the errors, wasn't awesome for him. But that second game was really disappointing at 47 minutes. But even in that 47 minutes, he just didn't look busy at all. When you got blokes like Billy Magulius and Toby Rudolph really out there having a crack and getting those base stats, Jack was just you couldn't really notice him out there, which was not great at all. So 19 tackles in 47 minutes and only 54 run meters, so he wasn't even involved. So I think Jack's someone that probably has to go. He hasn't lived up to what we were looking for. And I think he's even at that low price tag, he's only going to lose some money, which is not what we're after in this situation. Moving on, we'll be going down to Noah Brown. So awesome start for him. I'm really happy with how he went. He's going to be making some money. He's already up 53k, which is awesome. But in terms of their situation and where they're at, he should be playing a lot more minutes. But really happy with his total meters gained at 120 there. Obviously just a bunch of missed tackles there. So hopefully the more he plays, obviously only played a couple of games, the more he plays he'll get better. But he's someone that'll make a bit of money for us in the emergencies there. And then lastly, we've got Jerome Luai. Done really well. Really happy with how he's gone over the last couple of games. So 33 and 36 without really doing too much. In terms of 1 try assist, 1 line break. But getting 20 tackles, which is cool. Obviously a bunch of misses, but being able to actually kick a little bit as well. Running the ball a bit. Probably actually scored better than I thought he would. So he's someone that will probably have to take over a little bit in this next game with Cleary being out, which will only benefit his score. So again, someone that's going to make a little bit of money for us. So really happy with where Jerome is at currently. So there you go. That's the current state of my team. Obviously, there's some good signs in there, but also some players that I'll be looking to take out of my team and trade over the next couple of weeks, especially where we've got all these extra trades. So guys, let me know what you think about my team in the comments. As I said, thanks heaps for watching this video. I hope you took a lot out of it. And we're going to be analysing this team week to week. And lastly, guys, just if you really liked it, just subscribe and like this video. Really help out my channel. The more people that can see this, hopefully the better you can all go. So good luck with the season, and we'll see how this team goes. See you guys.